Honey, what is going on?
What are you talking about?
Well, as you know, I left home for 2 weeks for my breast cancer surgery and just got home, but noticed all of your stuff is gone? Should we call the police? Your stuff must be stolen. I thought you were home even though I wasn't. When did the break-in happen? Was 2 weeks too long? But when I look around, it seems only your stuff is gone. It's strange. Why only is your stuff missing when mine is still here safe and sound?
Oh, you're talking about my stuff being gone. No worries, I did it. I took them out, so you don't need to call the police. It wasn't stolen. It was voluntarily taken by myself.
Excuse me? What do you mean by you took them by yourself? Why though? Why would you leave home with all of your stuff?
Because I don't live there anymore.
Are you kidding me? What's that supposed to mean? Why don't you live here anymore? Be straight with me. Don't piss me off by fooling me around. Talk!
Here you go again, being aggressive and offensive. This must be the reason why you got cancer. Why can't you be gentle and tender just like other women? Indeed, when it comes down to it, personality plays a pivotal role in shaping our lives and influencing the outcomes we experience. It permeates every aspect of our being, from our thoughts and emotions to our actions and interactions with the world around us. The way we perceive and respond to various situations is heavily influenced by our unique personality traits, which in turn have a profound impact on the trajectory of our lives. Consider for a moment a scenario where you have led a life characterized by a gentle and harmonious disposition. Picture a version of yourself that embodies warmth and a natural inclination towards kindness. In such a scenario, it's likely that you would have traversed through life with minimal turmoil and hardships. Your innate ability to navigate challenges with grace and compassion would have shielded you from the harsh blows that can often befall us. With a softer and more rounded approach to life, conflicts may have been resolved more amicably, relationships would have blossomed with ease, and stress may have been alleviated through the power of your serene demeanor. Your interactions with others would have been characterized by understanding, patience, and a genuine desire to uplift those around you. Consequently, the ripples of positivity emanating from your actions would have created a nurturing and supportive environment, further enhancing your own well-being.
I never asked you to give me a lecture, did I? I warned you to be straightforward with me. What the hell are you trying to say?
In short, you wouldn't have suffered breast cancer if you were more nice and soft. Well, what's the point in saying more? I guess it's a little too late to talk about it anyway. I've already asked the real estate agent to list the house that you're left alone in, so you better find a new place sooner than later. And you should place that dotard in a nursing home as well as you move out.
What was that again?
It was you who took care of my mother for the past 15 years, wasn't it? So I'm saying you should be responsible for her and put her in the nursing home or something. You can take her with you, but I highly doubt you would want that.
Fine, you might want to do that to me, but wouldn't it be unfair to your mother who gave birth to you and raised you with love and care? Ruth is your mother, and you're her son. You have an obligation to take care of her when she's elderly and needs your help. And what do you mean by listing the house for sale? Would you explain it to me so I can understand?
Let's get a divorce. I don't think I can stand you anymore. It makes me miserable already for having a life with you who was only getting old, and you had a mastectomy on top of it. One of your boobs is cut off. Are you still a woman when you're left with only one breast? Do you still consider yourself a woman? I'm sorry that I'm not such a generous guy who's willing to take care of a defective wife, but I am done with you. You getting old and wrinkly was already bad enough, and having only one boob is a nail in the coffin. Please, divorce me quietly and amicably.
Is that why you never came to see me while I was going through the surgery and recovery? I was lying on my bed wondering why you don't even bother to call me, but this must be the reason why. You weren't there by my side when I was in the most pain and struggling, and you ignored all my calls until I was discharged. Why? Have you already found another woman with a perfect pair of breasts and no wrinkles on her face? Is that it?
Yes, that's it. Unlike you, who is an inferior article, she has a perfect pair of boobs. Not to mention they're big, and also she is beautiful with no wrinkles and dark spots on her face. She doesn't get lazy, and she constantly gives her best to stay in shape regardless of her age. The moment I saw her, I felt a sense of destiny, and I decided to live the rest of my life for her. It makes me sick to see you exhausted and worn out, without any energy left. But when I see her, the world brightens up, and it feels like both my eyes and heart are purified. You constantly worry about my mother and our daughter every time you open your mouth, burdening me with fatigue, but she's different. When I'm with her, it feels like I've returned to my carefree days without a worry in the world before I was married to you. She fills me with excitement and joy. You constantly fret about what to eat for every meal, what to have for breakfast, what to eat for lunch after finishing breakfast, and what to have for dinner. But she is a submissive woman who eats whatever I suggest without a single complaint.
Look at you. I didn't worry about meals or the responsibility of taking care of parents or raising children before I got married either. How can you say such a thing when you're the one who made me the woman you claim to hate? Is it not because you used an excuse of work to leave all the household chores for me to handle, big or small?
There you go again, picking on me. Don't you realize your stubbornness is what made me fed up with you? You know what? I've made up my mind very firmly. So be cool and just divorce me. You keep talking to me will only make you more pathetic and miserable. Please, let's admit that we have to go our separate ways and go through separation peacefully and pleasantly.
Do you think that's something you would say to me when I spent the past 15 years living with and caring for your mother? We have a middle school age daughter, and if you were in your right mind, how could you do this? Do you think you're still a reckless man in your 20s? You're the son of a 70-year-old mother and a father of a teenage daughter, the husband of mine and the head of our household. How can you abandon us all by neglecting your obligations and even thinking about leaving us behind in search of love on your own? Is that what love is to you? Love is not just an emotion, but a responsibility of taking care of what you love even when your love is faded. We built a life together because we loved each other, and you're supposed to be responsible for what we built. Don't you think what you're calling love is just a dirty adultery that only makes your family devastated?
Don't you dare point your finger at me. To me, it's a refreshing romance that came like an oasis to my weary soul after 15 years of marriage with you. Something I never want to let go of. So don't try to underestimate my emotions by your definition. Whatever you say or how you beg, it's all just useless now. Just realize it and stop clinging so desperately. Let's get a divorce and get the hell out of my house.
No, wait! You didn't dare to touch my makeup products and lingerie in my room, did you? I bought them before I went through the mastectomy and put them in the closet without unwrapping them. Why can't I find them?
Oh, them? I gave them away to my girlfriend. Well, considering your taste and that you don't buy anything particularly expensive, and the fact that they were just sleeping inside the closet, I thought they were unnecessary for you, so I just gave them to her. Whatever they are, I am sure they'll look much better on her than you.
Are you insane? Are you out of your mind? Bring them back to me immediately!
I really didn't want to be so mean, but why would you need such glamorous lingerie when you only have one boob? Only one boob and fancy lingerie never match each other, don't you think so? Who would bother looking at a pig with a pearl necklace around its neck, even when the necklace is so expensive and impressive? What's the point of putting on high-end makeup products on your pathetic face that's covered with wrinkles, dark spots, and freckles all over? Through careful consideration and discernment, I have ensured that these valuable possessions find their rightful place in the hands of someone who can truly appreciate and make the most of their inherent beauty and worth. It has been my mission to match the exquisite nature of these items with an individual who possesses the taste, style, and appreciation necessary to truly cherish and showcase them. I only did what I had to do, so let's just call it a day for this matter.
You're nuts. through careful consideration in your dreams. Falling in love with another woman really makes you crazy, doesn't it? I can't express enough how deeply you don't understand the true significance of a mastectomy for a woman. I am shocked and deeply affected by the sense of loss more than anyone else. I'm essentially losing my femininity because of my illness. I finally had the opportunity to reflect upon my own reflection in the mirror after I was diagnosed with breast cancer. It was in that vulnerable moment that I noticed my own vulnerability, feeling a sense of fragility that brought tears to my eyes. I went through a journey of self-discovery, investing my hard-earned money into lingerie that symbolizes self-care and self-love. It was a gesture meant to reclaim my identity and find solace amidst the physical and emotional challenges I faced. While I was preoccupied with the care of your mother and our household responsibilities, supporting you and raising our child, I failed to recognize the personal sacrifices I made myself and neglected my own needs. It deeply saddens me to realize that I didn't prioritize my well-being or contribute to my self-nurturing journey amidst the demands of daily life. It was a missed opportunity to support and celebrate my growth and personal transformation. I had to pay a great deal amount of money for the lingerie and makeup products, but I felt joy and self-satisfaction for the first time in a long time. They represented not just material possessions, but the embodiment of my happiness and self-expression. They were meant to be a reminder of my worth, allowing me to embrace my femininity and take pride in my appearance. It brought me joy to imagine adorning myself with beautiful lingerie and enhancing my features. However, you dared to hand these cherished possessions of mine to your mistress without my knowledge or consent. You failed to recognize the immense sentimental value and personal attachment I had toward these items. You didn't even try to learn, did you? It's truly devastating, and I feel hurt and betrayed by you.
No matter how eloquently you put it, the fact remains that everything was purchased with my own money. It seems unjust to say that these items were bought with your money because you're a full-time homemaker who doesn't have the abilities to support yourself independently without my financial help.
If I hadn't taken full responsibility for taking care of your mother and managing the household, would you have been able to focus on your work? It would be funny to assume that all the money you earn is solely yours. No matter how much you insist, the law says half of what you earned is mine, so take care of the division of assets and alimony first if you want to get a divorce. You know you're responsible for the divorce, which means you need to pay me alimony, right? And do what you need to do for your mother. You should be responsible for her whether you're putting her in a nursing home or taking care of her by yourself with your sick mistress.
Nope, you were her primary caretaker from day one, so you should be responsible for her until the end of it. What do I know about taking care of an old lady? I hate doing that kind of stuff, and my girlfriend said she's uncomfortable hanging around an old lady as well. She is such a beautiful lady with a pure soul, so I'm sure she won't be good at getting in touch with the elderly.
I can't believe it. Taking care of someone is always hard in the beginning. It was hard for me too at first, but I tried and got used to it, and that's how I managed to take care of Ruth.
Now shut up. I have nothing more to say to you. I already moved out, so do whatever you need to do with her. Don't you have something to say to me?
What thing? Oh, your assets. Thanks for handing over the entire assets to me when we got the divorce. Thanks to you, at least I have some stability in terms of food and basic necessities for the time being. I'm trying to get a job, but I can't get it overnight because I've been a full-time homemaker for so long for someone.
I said I'll divide my assets with you. I never said I'll hand over my entire assets to you. This is completely different from what you initially said, don't you think?
What's so different? I bought the fancy lingerie and makeup products with a great deal amount of money, like I said. And I even had the receipts with me. Despite my pleading for you to hand back those items to me, I was ignored, resulting in significant emotional distress. When I added up the numbers on the receipts, which was $3,000, compensation for my emotional distress for $2,000, as well as spousal and child support paid in a lump sum, it perfectly matched the balance in our savings account. Even when we go through a separation, it's important to settle financial matters properly to avoid any complications. A clear resolution is necessary so we can move forward without any further entanglement. I thought you wanted to draw a clear line between us, but perhaps I was mistaken?
It literally makes me want to puke for seeing you holding on to the money, which seems to be beyond pathetic. You know what? Fine. You can have all the money. I have my beautiful wife who is much more important than money. You know, youth and beauty are things that can't be bought with money. But instead, make sure to put your name down as my mother's guardian and pay dues for her nursing home.
I don't think that's necessary. Your mother is on her way to your home with your new wife in it.
What the hell are you talking about? Why would she come to my house without knowing her place? She is not welcomed here. I told you, my wife is not cut out to be taking care of the elderly.
Is there any problem with your mother going to live with her son when she requires care and support from you?
Yes, there are 1,000 different kinds of problems here. I'm having the blast and happiest newlywed moments with my wife, who is 15 years younger than me. It's like I'm dreaming all day, every day. Imagine how things will turn out when a nagging, smelly old lady comes here. My dreams will be shattered into a million pieces.
I thought that was your definition of marriage, wasn't it? You said that marriage is not just a matter between two people, but that your widowed mother must be involved for it to be considered complete. You pushed me to cohabitation with your mother right after we got married. And now you're suggesting that you'll live happily and enjoyably, just the two of you, without your mother in it being incomplete?
Jeez, how can she even come to my place when she has handicapped legs to begin with? How the heck did she find out about my address?
I hired a private investigator. Happy?
With what kind of money were you able to hire a private investigator when you're just a homemaker? You do realize that they're pretty expensive, right? I didn't know you had a liar in you.
Ruth paid for it. She had the money, so she supported me financially, and I had the strength, so I found the perfect person to do some research on you. Your mother and I are quite a team, aren't we? We're such a perfect pair of mother-in-law and daughter-in-law.
If you two are so compatible, you should be glued together. Don't ever leave each other's side. Why are you causing such a fuss by sending her to me and burdening me with this situation? Are you two crazy ladies trying to kill me or something?
I asked the temporary caregiver to take your mother to your house for today, but starting from tomorrow, it will be up to you and your mother to handle the arrangements. Your mother's handicapped leg is the only inconvenience, and it's only minor, so there's no need for you or your new wife to unnecessarily panic and make it seem more difficult than it is. I hope you and your mother, along with your new wife, live happily ever after. I will pray for your abundant happiness and well-being.
Hey, Miriam, I can't take it anymore. Take the dotard back with you. I'm done with taking care of her, so take her with you right frickin' now before you see me killing myself.
Don't you think it's you who has dementia? I divorced you, remember? You and I are perfect strangers now, but you're telling me to take your mother with me? It seems like it's not your mother, but you who has something wrong with your head. In the 15 years that I lived with your mother, she never showed a hint of dementia, and her brain was always fine during health checkups. In fact, she was more clear-minded than I was.
No, I'm sure she has dementia now. I can assure you something's definitely wrong with her. My wife Abby initially wanted to be a good daughter-in-law for her mother-in-law, so she did her best. But Mom screamed at Abby that she was a thief who stole someone else's husband, and an evil demon who drove away the old lady's sincere daughter-in-law. When Abby cleaned the house, Mom drew a map on the floor with banana peels, and when she prepared a meal with her best, Mom threw it all in the trash, saying it made her sick like garbage. My mother would forcefully open our bedroom door, regardless of whether it was night or dawn. And what's even worse is that sometimes, while sleeping at night, I would feel a creepy sensation and wake up to find her sitting on our bed with a ghostly expression, just staring at us. The stress my wife endures because of my mother is no joke. Recently, Abby even considered getting medication prescribed by a psychiatrist. Honey, how are you going to take responsibility for this?
Don't you dare call me honey. Why am I your honey? By the way, that's very strange. Ruth never did that before when she and I lived together. She was nowhere near dementia. Her memories were rather vivid. I don't understand what's going on with her. Maybe because she wants to get revenge on you and your mistress for my sake? Now I understand the reason why she insisted on living with you. If taking care of your mother is way too difficult for you, why don't you put her in a nursing home? Isn't that what you wanted all along? You couldn't stop talking about putting her in a nursing home, right?
Of course I tried to put her in nursing homes already.
Nursing homes? Plural?
What happened was that I had to put her in 3 different nursing homes within a month, and she was kicked out from all 3 of them. They said that she was yelling all day and night at the nurses and staff. She even cursed at them. They tried to keep her, but they just couldn't anymore. They said that she's worse than dementia patients when she's not even a dementia patient. They can't stand her. The house we lived in together, the one I asked the real estate agent to sell for me, it's not been sold yet, right? I'll let you live there for free for the rest of your life, so please just take the old lady back at once. Abby might ask for a divorce if things keep going this way, and that's the last thing I want to do in this world. I really don't want her to be upset enough to ask me for a divorce. I can tell that she's reached her limit already and is utterly exhausted. Oh, I am so scared right now.
I don't understand why I need your permission for me to live in my own house.
What? Why is that your house? That's my house, remember? Do you have dementia as well?
Why is that your house? Your name is on the title, but it actually belongs to Ruth. Strictly speaking, it's my house now. She transferred the title to me. She showed me her gratitude for being her hands and feet for the past 15 years by gifting this house to me. I guess you didn't know, huh?
No way, give it back to me right now. I'm her son, which means I'm entitled to it. You're nobody because we're divorced, remember?
Shut up and stop. Don't ever call me again, except when you need to discuss something regarding our daughter. Today's the last day of listening to your crap. Be happy with your wife or whatever. After what happened, I learned that my ex-husband ended up divorcing his mistress. She couldn't bear Ruth mistreating her and eventually chose to leave him. When Ruth called me and said she drove the devil away and that I should let go of the resentment and live happily, I couldn't help but burst into tears. Although I became estranged from my ex-husband, Ruth will forever be the only mother-in-law in my heart, and I couldn't bear to leave her behind. I tried to bring her back, but she firmly refused and chose to reside in a nursing home. She said she's a sinful mother for having a problematic son and that she would never want to burden someone's precious daughter to take care of her. Thankfully, she's now in a nursing home that's only 15 minutes away from my home, so I visit her as often as I can with my daughter. I feel grateful that despite everything, Ruth and I can maintain a relationship because of my daughter. Do you all think the same way?